All right, music fans. It is I, Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people, just like you and me. Um, I figured I wanted to go live. I haven't gone live on YouTube in, I don't know, it's been a long time. I think the last time I went live, I was getting some, shall we say, unfavorable feedback from some folks in Australia. I remedied that situation. I thought I did. I guess I didn't. And recently, I've just decided to say, you know what, it's just not worth talking about that stuff anymore. Hopefully, that will take care of that. But something else seems to be a possibility. There are some folks, I guess, that are, I don't know, they're not really happy with the fact that I tell it like it is. And there are moments where, I use colorful language, not too colorful, and I typically try to make it almost family friendly, but it's the subject matter. It's, talking about things like speculating things about, say, certain members of whatever band I'm talking about. Now, as you know, I talk a lot about Journey and the relationships in that group. I talk a lot about Steve Perry, because there are a lot of folks that like the Steve Perry stuff. And at times I do express opinions that are maybe not agreeable to some folks. So I'll put it out there that way. It has come to my attention, in fact, that there are some people out there that really want to have me just stop talking, period, about certain things. Now, I could do the Rainbow and Lollipops channel. I've thought about just being all positive all the time and not having anything really negative to say about anybody. And when I make these criticisms, by the way, I'm not trying to attack people personally. Like, I don't know these people, and they may be good people in their own way, but when I see things and I kind of connect the dots, at that point, I'm making an observation. That's what I've been doing. I mean, I started this channel by uploading a video one day because I had a really strong opinion about something, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to upload this video and see if anybody agrees with me. And turns out that a whole bunch of people started agreeing with me and watching the channel. Now, I don't look at the comments, but I do look at, like, thumbs up, thumbs down. Typically, again, unless it was talking about this band from Australia, I would get mostly thumbs up. I know those guys would send out a lot of folks to give me the thumbs down. They've even mirrored this channel and done some things, splicing and dicing with, my image and so forth. And under fair use, I guess they can do it. And then there's another guy who is taking it upon himself just to rail on me. Just, okay. I mean, like I've said before, this is a channel about music. Okay, it's not. We're not curing cancer. We're not going to end world poverty on this channel. This is largely entertainment, and I take it to a little bit of a different level because I express my opinion about why X, Y, and Z are happening. Now, there are a couple of people, obviously, who I've maybe focused on a little bit more as of late. And all I can tell you is that those people, from what I understand, are ready to do something to me. Now, here's what I'm proposing. I'm proposing kind of like a ceasefire. All right? As far as names and content, I'll let the audience, sort of figure it out on their own, because they're smart. That's why they're watching this channel. Because they're smart. Not because I'm smart, because they're smart. They want to know stuff, and they keep tuning in, and maybe they're entertained, maybe they're angry. I know there are a lot of people that actually watch this to get angry, which is comical. Because honestly, I subscribe to YouTube channels for entertainment. I don't watch people so I can get angry, but this is a new thing in today's day and age. I don't understand that. So what I'm proposing again is, yeah, I won't single anybody out, but I will still allow the audience to kind of figure it out for themselves. This morning was just a rough morning to find some information out, and this may just be like a shot across my bow saying, hey, we see you, we know what you're doing, but when people are, they're going into other accounts and they're scrolling and they're looking for my commentary on someone else's commentary, and I'm agreeing with that person, and that makes me a bad person because I'm agreeing with their commentary. We're living in a world that's getting close to being opinion-free because people get so ruffled. I mean, like I say, people disagree with me, and I know because it's everywhere. And I'm not expecting 100% agreement. That would be stupid. And let me say this too. If you're doing something that you know is probably wrong, and you're putting a different spin on it to make people think that you're doing something good, all right? But your image is, hey, my image is more important to me than the actual good that I'm doing, all right? If that's you, then you've got to look inside and make those adjustments. It's your life. It's not my life. If I comment on something that's happening and it happens to be true, and you say to yourself, we've got to stop this guy from saying this stuff because it's going to hurt me, it's going to hurt my brand, and so forth. Okay, but don't we have any level of freedom of speech and communication? I mean, all right, so I get it. You don't want to be mentioned by name. So there are ways around that. There are definitely ways around that. I'm looking, to be honest with you, I'm not a big drama guy, even though it seems that people enjoy the videos that have to do with drama inside these rock bands. Again, I've talked about Journey, I've talked about Steve Perry, I've talked about all that stuff a lot because people seem very interested in it. If I start talking about some band from Sweden, nobody seems to care. And I'll mention it, I'll say, hey, I put out this thing about, this new band, and, I got like 100 views on it, and I mean, you want me to keep doing those videos, fine. I am in this to try to maybe make a living. It's a struggle at times, and that's why I have the Patreon account. So I may need Patreon more than ever, folks. So if you're, let me put it this way. If you're a subscriber, I'm getting choked up because probably need some water. I don't usually go live. If you're a subscriber and, you can spare $1, and this isn't what this video is really about, but if you can spare it like $1 a month, that would be appreciated. There's a link up on the top right portion of this channel with the Patreon logo. You know that if you watch this, I'm not begging for money all the time on here. In fact, I can go weeks without mentioning Patreon, and then, somebody does something nice, and I typically thank them on Patreon and so forth. But I don't know where this is all going. I've even heard somebody mention to me that this could go where they try to take you off of this platform, which I was worried before in the old days about demonetization and so forth. YouTube, by the way, has been terrific lately, so I have to give them kudos. All of my videos have been monetized regardless of how much content I did where I was, expressing this opinion. There were a lot of folks who commented on those videos, and I thought to myself, well, I'm going to get in trouble here. But they've been really great. you know, the channel isn't political. I've said that over and over again. I think people sometimes try to inject politics or infer politics. You know, this is a music-based thing. So if you like music and you like what I do, then this is what I do. If you like politics, there are a lot of other places to go. At times, I've brought a little bit of religion in, not to preach at anybody, but to kind of demonstrate what I think real faith looks like and what counterfeit faith looks like, okay? And I'll just leave it there. And again, I'll let the audience do the inferring as to what I'm talking about. So, again, it's kind of a Debbie Downer video, which I hate doing. And the last live stream I did, which was a long time ago, yeah, I did a kind of a Debbie Downer video. But I love all you guys. I appreciate the support. I want to also thank my buddy Dean Castronovo, former drummer for the band Journey, and now currently out on the road with the Dead Daisies, taking great videos from New York City, buddy. Right now, I wish I was there in the Big Apple with you, but I'm not. I'm here. But I'm thanking Dean because he is one of those really, truly, genuine, nice people in this business. And he has been very supportive of me. In fact, he did the Real Journalist Observer video a while back, and that really meant a lot to me. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So, in any event, done with this. I'll be back with the usual videos, and you may notice a little difference in the way I speak. I will still be opinionated, but we may just leave out the names to protect the guilty. Okay? That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. All right, done. I'm not sure how to exit this, so let's see if this works. Nope, didn't work. Try it again.